Rodrigo exploded a bomb behind the scenes at Real Madrid. Nobody expected it. Not the board, not the fans, not the dressing room. The Brazilian number 11, a rising idol, simply made a bold decision. An attitude that shook the foundations of Europe's most successful club. He got straight to the point. No beating around the bush. And the impact was immediate. The gesture caused silence in the locker room. Tense looks and discreet, but intense, reactions. Rodrigo was seriously considering leaving. And now, everything has changed. 2. Introduction. Hey, merengue fans. Today the atmosphere is one of total tension in Madrid. Rodrigo, the same one who shone against City, who made the fans go crazy in the Champions League, could be leaving. Yes, you heard right. A surprising decision has come to light in recent days. And what seemed like a simple bad phase could be the beginning of a definitive breakup. But wait, before we get into everything, do this lucky combo. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. And of course, comment below. Do you think Rodrigo still has a place at Real? Or is it time to seek new challenges? 3. Construction of the scenario. Since arriving at Real Madrid, Rodrigo has always been seen as a Brazilian gem. He shone early, was decisive on big nights, and never shied away from responsibility. But in recent seasons, things have started to change. With the arrival of new stars, like Bellingham and now Mbappe, the space for the number 11 has been decreasing. He began to be moved to other positions, attacking from the right, sometimes even further back. He lost his prominence, he lost his freedom. And little by little, he lost confidence. The press began to criticize, some of the fans began to doubt. And in this scenario of uncertainty, Rodrigo decided he needed to react. 4. Development. Rodrigo called the board and was blunt. He no longer wants to be improvised. He wants to go back to doing what he does best. Attacking freely, deciding games, being the protagonist. The conversation was serious, no beating around the bush. And he made it clear that if that doesn't happen, he will consider other options. And then came the coach's first response. Against Pachuca, Rodrigo was left out of the starting lineup. Okay, it could just be roster rotation, right? Wrong. He didn't even play in the game. A friendly, where even the reserves usually get minutes, and Rodrigo was left on the bench, watching. That's when the bombshell really went off. The Spanish press is already treating the case as an ongoing conflict, and things are buzzing behind the scenes at Real Madrid. 5. Highlights and key moments. First crucial moment, Rodrigo taking a stand. This shows character. He could have kept quiet, accepted the bench. But he preferred to assert himself. Second, being excluded from an entire game, especially a friendly one, is not normal. It sends a clear message. The coach wanted to show who's boss, but it also showed that the relationship is strained. Third, Europe's biggest clubs have already made moves. PSG, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, and City. All are monitoring the situation closely. Fourth, even clubs from Saudi Arabia have entered the game, with million-dollar offers. And for those who want to be the center of attention and earn a star's salary, this could be a temptation. Fifth, fans are divided on social media. Some say Rodrigo is right, others think he is being spoiled, and sixth, the season hasn't even started properly, and Real could already lose one of its most promising young players. 6. Broader contextualization. Rodrigo arrived at Real Madrid at a very young age. At 18, he was already scoring goals in the Champions League. His composure in decisive moments became his trademark. Against City, he became a legend with 2 goals in 2 minutes. Against Chelsea, he saved the team's qualification. But as time went by, the competition increased. And the space diminished. Now he is going through the most difficult season since he arrived in Spain. It is not just a bad phase. It is a loss of confidence, of identity within the squad. And most worryingly, Real Madrid risk losing not only a good player, but a symbol of the future. If he leaves, it will be yet another South American gem shining away from the Bernabeu, and perhaps against the club itself. 7. Final question. Call to action. And now I want to know from you, merengue fan at heart. Do I see you? Think Rodrigo is right in wanting more prominence? Or should he wait, adapt to the new coach, and fight for his place? Do you think this was a brave move, or hasty? Comment below. Your opinion is very important. Like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss anything that happens in Madrid, because the season has barely started, and things are already heating up at Real Madrid. The soap opera Rodrigo promises to be full of intense scenes, and we'll be watching it all.
Come. On the bench, he gestured, shouted, and talked to the assistants all the time. He seemed uncomfortable. With each wasted attack, the frustration grew. The fans on social media were unforgiving, and when the referee blew the whistle to end the game, the most powerful moment came, Xabi's interview. He was honest, direct, he took the blame. It's the coach's responsibility, he said firmly. 5 highlights and key moments, 7 paragraphs. The first highlight, Xabi supporting the reinforcements as starters, even without rhythm. Second point, the phrase that echoed loudly, "We will fight for this title," which will be historic for the club. And the third, the way he faced the charge. No excuses, no beating around the bush, just responsibility. This type of attitude is reminiscent of great leaders. But is that enough? There was also a symbolic scene. After the final whistle, Xabi gathered the players in the middle of the field. He spoke looking into people's eyes without lowering his head. Those who saw him up close said it was a speech of demand and unity. This may have been the moment that turned the group around for the rest of the World Cup. 6. Broader contextualization, 7 paragraphs. Let's remember, Xabi Alonso arrived at Real Madrid in a complicated context. Ancelotti left the team, many players were out, and the tight schedule didn't help. Furthermore, the cast is in transition, new talents are arriving, veterans are in the final stretch. The World Cup became the first big test, but also a minefield. Xabi is still shaping his style, and although the beginning was turbulent, there is room for growth. He knows the club's DNA, he has already worn this shirt, he knows that here only victory matters, but he also knows every mistake will be taken into account, even more so with the Champions League in sight. 7. Final question, call to action. 7 paragraphs. And now I want to know from you, Real Madrid fan. From 0 to 10, how do you rate Xabi Alonso's start? Do you think he has what it takes to lead this new era at Real Madrid? Or will the pressure be too great for the young coach? Comment below. I want to hear your opinion, and let's discuss it in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the content, because it really helps the channel. And of course, subscribe, activate the bell, and share with that friend who lives real like we do, because the World Cup is just beginning, and so is Xabi Alonso, and you can follow it all.